All right, there we go. Should be recording. So, do you have any questions before we start?
Oh, not really.
All right, cool. Let me pull the questions up real quick and we'll get right into it.
All right.
All right, so first question is going to be how would you describe yourself?
Um, I would describe myself as hmm, it's that's kind of a hard question. Outspoken. Definitely that. And I'm always liking to bring new things to the server to make it better and make it more safe for other people. Um, as I said in my application, I have lots of experience within the lifestyle and within moderating and adminning other servers. I don't really mod any other servers at the moment because I kind of stepped away when I had two jobs. But now I have dropped another job, so one of my jobs, so I have a lot more time. I would say dedicated to my job. I would say that is a word to describe me as well. Um, and yeah, so dedicated and outspoken, I would say.
That's good. So, what made you want to apply for this position?
Well, I like the community. I like how many people are in it. And I think that I would be a good candidate for the server, considering that I have been in the lifestyle for a long time. Been in there for about I've been I've been studying a lifestyle since I was 11 years old because my uncle, he is a dominant and he taught me everything I knew, but I never practiced it because that's kind of illegal and kind of nasty to practice it
Hmm.
at such a young age. But I was studying it and interested in it and started doing my research basically.
So, how would you describe your working style?
Working style as far as like moderating.
Just in general, like through moderating, through your job in real life, just like how exactly do you conduct yourself in a working environment, would you say?
Oh, I work hard. I really do. I take pride in what I do. Like I sometimes there's times that I will kind of not be talking in the server, like say I'm at work, but I'm always looking. I'm always there involved. I just sometimes I when I'm not saying anything, I'm still looking. But I've been trying to get more active since, especially since I'm grateful that y'all have even looked at me as a candidate. I was kind of nervous to apply because I saw all the X's for like denied, and I was like, oh God.
Yeah, we try our best to be very careful when it comes to selecting people just due to prior experience with some of the other servers that we've had
Well,
under our affiliation.
you have to be. I mean, you have to look at your server as your baby. Like you really have to be careful with who you put in charge. I know that from having my own server. I mean, y'all are not wrong for that at all.
That's good. That's good. So do you prefer doing activities by yourself or like doing activities in a group with other people?
Like doing it with other people, but I also have no problem doing it by myself. I feel like teamwork is the best way to go about things. But if there's something that I had to do and I had to do it by myself, it is absolutely doable.
Okay, cool. So that means that you can switch between working by yourself and being a team player. That's very good quality to have.
Absolutely. I do it at work all the time.
So, is there anything you like to do outside of Discord? Do you like to do anything with your friends, or do you have any hobbies?
Not really. I kind of just stick. I have my own place, so I kind of just stick in my place and I just kind of don't do nothing. That's why I have so much time on the side to be involved in Discord. I have friends, I just don't really do much.
That's relatable. Not gonna lie.
Yes, but I love to read. Like if I'm not if y'all DM me and I'm not texting back, either I'm busy at work or I'm reading. Like I absolutely love to read, so that's a hobby, and I love to write. And
Oh,
I like to educate others on the lifestyle because when I first joined the server, I saw a lot of people who were just, you know, texting DOMs, just trying to get a DOM. And, and I try to like guide those people. I wasn't trying to be mean to them or anything. I was just like, hey, there's things to learn. I love teaching people and I love enlightening people on knowledge because that knowledge was given to me.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you ever detached from any friends or anyone important in the past?
Have. I have sometimes there's been negativity, and sometimes you have to detach yourself from certain people to save your own self. There's things that you're going to have to risk and things you're going to have to do towards some people to detach yourself from that type of thing.
So, when you did detach from these people, how did that make you feel?
I mean, it's never gives you a good feeling, to do something like that. But it's something that you got to be strong for. I mean, of course, I was hurt. Like, I had to detach myself from my own stepsister, and it hurts, but it's something that you're going to have to do throughout your life. You've got to make decisions for your own well being.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Is there any achievement that you're the most proud of?
Probably at 19 years old, getting my own place. That's most definitely it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a moment where a user or just someone in general, but this is more aimed at Discord,
Hmm.
has there been a moment where a user was offending your culture? So this could be aimed at like your sexual orientation, your religion, or your race.
Oh, absolutely.
How did that make you feel when you were put in that kind of situation?
It hurts. Like it anybody who says that somebody says something towards something they can't help, if they say it didn't hurt them, they're lying because it does hurt. But at the same time, you gotta keep it pushing and just, this is who I am. This is who I'm gonna be.
Speaking that truth, yes, agreed. If there was a person that you potentially wanted to date, what would be your first approach with engaging with that person?
Well, I'm a strong believer in friendship before anything, but I would let the person know that the feelings towards them were there. But at the same time, I think trust, communication, um, consent, and and friendship. Those are like so important.
Truth, truth. Have there been any situations from your past experiences in moderating or working in a social environment where you were treated unfairly?
Yes, there has been plenty of times.
So you can generalize all of them or just single one out, but what made one of those situations unfair, would you say?
Not listening to all sides of the story, and that's specific with servers, other Discord servers. And you know, some of it had to do with poor moderation and poor foundation of the server that I ended up getting kicked for something that literally was not my fault. And it was because I was being blunt and I wasn't being rude, but I was basically explaining to somebody that about the lifestyle. I was explaining to them that that's not how that works. And I was trying to teach this person, and then the owner just booted me and just blocked me. And I was like, oh my gosh,
Oh man, that's horrible. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
it's okay. We all go through some things, right?
We do. Was there any way you dealt with the situation afterwards, or did you just kind of like let it be?
I just distanced myself from that whole group. I just was like, you know what? Y'all can have it, and I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about that.
So, is there anything that you have liked to do more of in like your last position? as a moderator?
Well, I kind of did a little bit of everything. I mean, I did bots. I like making the server pretty, like as far as like organizing the channels and stuff. And which with the server that the position now that y'all are offering or thinking about giving to one of us, I know that I can help, but as far as organizing the server, that's gonna really y'all have an amazing foundation of the server and it is so organized that I can't really do nothing there. But I'm good at moderating. I'm good at everything. I used to do everything for the servers that I was a part of because I was made admin, which is kind of different. And with admins, you do a little bit of everything.
That's amazing, and thank you so much. I started as a moderator for Playroom, and the layout that Altera had for Playroom is actually one of the reasons that made me want to become mod because everything is just so neat and aesthetically
Yes.
pleasing.
Absolutely. And there's thousands of people in the server. And it's just, I do think that it would do good with bringing me to the team because it gives you an extra person to look out for everything and to help because it is a big server and there's so many people to keep an eye on that it's hard to see what all is going on in the server.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna go back on something we did discuss a little bit, but I just want to touch base with this one more time. So when it comes to your activity, everything is gonna be like good now, right? Like you're gonna be able to work in the server without too many setbacks when it comes to your job and everything.
Correct. I will be able to, yes.
All right, good, fantastic. So, are
I'm
you
sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh,
I was getting past something. But
you're good.
but yeah, I should be able to do everything. Especially when I have a mod position. I'm gonna try to be more active even though I'm not staff yet. But if I was to be made staff, the activity and being out there will most definitely improve, which I'm trying to improve that anyways. I don't want to just be active just because I'm a staff member. I
Yeah,
want to get in the community so that when I am a staff member, I kind of know who everybody is. Well, not everybody, but most people.
yeah, the important people anyway. Yeah.
hmm
So, are you currently working for or in ownership of any other Discord servers at the moment?
I am one. It's only one of them, and it's the Femdom Realm, but it is a very small server. There's about 120 members, and about only 30 of them are active. Um, and I really just help her set up her server because she doesn't really have a good organization. So, like I said, I'm trying to clean up the server for her.
That's good. So, gonna put you in a scenario here real quick. Say you made friends with someone in the server and you're really tight with them, and they broke the rules, unfortunately. How would you go about handling that situation?
Well, rules are rules. I mean, and especially when you have a position as being a member of staff, friends kind of have to go down the drain sometimes. Not saying that we can't be friends anymore, but if you broke the rules, you broke the rules. I really don't really care who you are.
Hmm.
You are breaking the rules. You took it upon yourself to break the rules, so I'm going to have to act accordingly.
Indeed. So I think that pretty much concludes the question part of the interview, unless if you have any questions that you want to ask Hope.
Yeah, one
Fine.
second. I wrote some down.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to
um,
me.
so, how would you try to moderate in this server specifically?
Um, I would. Well, it depends on what y'all need. I mean, that's kind of a hard question for me. I mean, I do everything. So if y'all need a bot manager to help with permissions, if y'all need somebody to make sure everybody's following the rules, if y'all need I mean, I don't know what y'all need. I can do anything though.
Well, moderator work has nothing to do with managing the server in general. Um, nothing with permissions or bots or anything. That is mostly mine, Duke's, and Luck's job. I meant more in the way of actual moderating the users, because we have different types of people. What we encountered as VC moderators, chat moderators, and ticket moderators. So people who normally just answer the tickets all the time, but are not really active in VC or chats. People who mostly just are active in VCs and want to moderate there mostly. I just wanted to check what your style of moderating is. Of course, you can do everything, but it's like mostly people focus on one thing more than another.
Moderate, as far as moderating goes, I say that I would like to, when I do moderate, I do like to review the chats and make sure that nobody's being disrespectful, nobody's, making anybody feel unsafe. That's like my biggest fear when coming to servers, that anybody would feel uncomfortable. So I would say that that's the route that I go most of the time. Um, Making sure that everyone's following the rules, everybody's in order, the basic stuff when it comes to moderating a chat or multiple chats at once.
To that, let's say user A is saying to user B that they are harassing them because they said like some kind of bad things, not really like insulting things, more like, hey, you're an asshole, shithead, stuff like that, the typical soft insults, like 2 to 3 times, even 4. Would you punish the person?
That's something that I would really have to talk to other staff about, because I'm not sure how y'all go about things in the server at all. I know what is against the rules, but I would probably start off by giving him a warning and saying, basically, hey, kind of calm down a little bit, because
That's
don't say mean things. But then again, I would like to talk to my staff about it and make sure that I am going the right route, because I don't want to make any mistakes.
That's a good answer. Okay. This one was particular to one thing you said before. You said you're good at everything server related. I don't really think that's possible. So could you maybe tell me what your best strength is when it comes to managing whatever, like when it comes to Discord related? What is your best strength? Like, for instance, mine is coding. As my team knows, Dukes is probably moderating the server, since she's close to the community. Lux is 100% managing. Coda is just handling the mods. Like, everyone has one thing that they're really good at. Of course, you can learn the other stuff, but in my belief, there's always one thing someone stands out at. What do you think that one thing would be by you?
Well, that's a really hard question, because I understand what you're saying as far as not being able to be good at everything, because obviously we all have our weaknesses, right? And we all have things that we're not good at. So that was probably bad words by my judgment, and I apologize. But
Oh, it's all fine. It was just something that stood out. That's why I wanted
yeah,
to ask more
yeah,
specifically.
absolutely. I'm
It's
glad that
nothing
you did
bad.
ask. I'm glad that you did ask. Trust me. I would say, well, I don't know really how to say like one specific thing that I'm really great at. I know
I
that
mean,
I'm really
it could be an area. Like, for me, it's coding in general, anything bot related. It doesn't have to be one specific little thing. It's like, what area is the thing you think you're the best in?
probably making sure everybody's following the rules. I'm good at events as well. Like, if y'all are interested in bringing events to the server, I'm not sure if y'all like doing those type of things. But I'm good at that, and I'm good at bots, but I do not know how to code. But as far as like permissions go and bringing new bots to the server and setting them up and stuff like that, I'm good at those type of things. But coding, I haven't really gotten into that. Not that I
Don't
don't
worry.
want to.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, not that I wouldn't be good at it. I just never really, took it upon me to really learn. I'm sure that I could, though. I just never really had anybody to teach me or even looked into it myself. But I would say just ensuring the safety of other people. And I kind of want to be somebody that people come to if they need something, if they need, if they want, if somebody's bothering them or they're feeling some type of way about something, or if they have questions regarding the server. I mean, anything along chatting with other people, I believe that I would be good
Hmm.
at. Or
You
behind the
said multiple.
scenes.
Oh. You said multiple times now that you care about people feeling uncomfortable in the server.
Do.
Let's say a person, right, makes someone uncomfortable but is not breaking the rules. How would you go about that? Because that happens quite often here.
It's a really hard question because if they aren't breaking the rules, then I can't really do anything to the other server member because they're not breaking the rules. But I would try to I don't know if this is allowed, but probably try to bring them together maybe and see what's making them uncomfortable and how it can be fixed, because there's some things that can be fixed without without there being any problem, without having to, punish somebody or without having to give them a warning or anything of the mix. I feel
Hmm.
like most things can be fixed by talking out, like there's a lot of miscommunication when it comes to people talking among themselves. So I'm a strict believer in just talking it out, seeing what the problem is, getting to the bottom of it.
Okay. Well, here we promote not to have any drama in chats, any personal problems in chat. So it would just be just from telling from our like work side now, because we asked you so much, you want to probably know as well. That would be a case of tell the person to block the other person, because
Yes,
that's what it's for.
that
Simple,
is.
no talking out, because at the end of the day, it would just cause more conflicts and probably
Hmm.
in worse punishments, getting at each other. I mean, more insults and stuff.
I can understand that.
Um. Okay. So the first thing that stood out for me was your tag, your Discord tag, the girls only part. Is that only related to DMing because you got a lot of DMs from guys, or is that, do you have a general hate or problem against males?
Not at all. The only reason why I did that was because there was multiple server members messaging me, and they were guys, and they were like, and y'all probably recorded this, but I made a ticket about the first time that I entered the server, and I was like, hey, I've gotten these many messages. I mean, I would have like 40 messages from different people, and my DM obviously says ask the DM. So
Mm-hmm.
I do not have a hate, and obviously I will take that off because I was just.
Oh no, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure
Oh,
because
no, 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 no,
I've
no.
encountered both sides.
I have
One
no
where they just
hate.
don't want to get not DM'd, and the other actually don't like, because our team currently, except me and Jaden, only consists of women. Yes, but it's still, there is guys, and there will maybe be more guys, and I just want to make sure that it's not a problem.
No hate
Um,
or no dislike towards anybody, and I just want to let you know that. I just want to let everybody know that I love all people. Absolutely.
how do you feel when someone has a different opinion or mindset that doesn't match your mindset, opinion, or experience? For instance, maybe you had a bad experience with something or a good experience with something, but a person has a completely different mindset or whatever and is strictly believing to it and doesn't want to change it.
Well, I'm very a firm believer in agree to disagree. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I do not think that just because someone doesn't agree with me, I don't think that they are necessarily wrong. Um, you are human. Everybody in this server is human, so you are entitled to your own opinion. So I don't feel any type of way towards people who don't agree with me because that's gonna happen. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um,
I'm
the last question from me is: are you familiar with all our rules, not only the ones that were broken towards you? Like, did you read all of them?
I did read all of them. but most of them were pretty much common sense. Um, Rules mostly are common sense, but I will be reviewing them, and I am going to start memorizing them because I have a very good. I can memorize things very easily when it comes to numbers, words, anything. So I'm going to be reading over the rules so that I can get extremely familiar with them. Like if you were to ask me what rule number 3 is right now, I'm going to be honest, I couldn't tell you. But I can
There wasn't the idea behind it. I just wanted to check if you even read over all of them,
Oh, I did read
because
all of them.
it normally happens that people just read the ones that care about them. For instance, you're not allowed to DM someone that has a role that says DMs ask, close, blah blah blah, and then they just skip over all of the other stuff that is unnecessary to them. That would be it from my side. Duke, if you want to have the finishing word real quick.
Yes, yes, for sure. So that concludes pretty much the question part of the interview process on our end. Do you have any questions for us before the interview concludes?
Um, I did have a question. Which you probably answered this in the application format, the informative channel. But do you know around how long we will hear back from someone about the next step, or
So
is
it
that
Once all are done.
Yep, it depends on when all are done and when everyone reviews them. When we get answers from everyone on staff, then we'll be good.
okay?
So it
All
probably
right,
We
perfect.
do them all at once, basically.
yeah. So I would say like no more than a couple days, more than likely.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to get a time frame, but thank you so much for taking the time with me to interview me and actually looking at me as the position. I'm extremely flattered for that. Extremely grateful for you guys.
Thank you for applying because we really need the help at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, I believe that I could bring some good to the server, and I know y'all have other people to interview and other people to look at, but I am absolutely interested in the position. It would be grateful if y'all chose me.
That's great. Well, I will get back with you as soon as I know what's going on. All right.
All right. Thank you, and y'all have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.